Hi, welcome to Cook with Mel. I'm Mel. Thank you for returning for those of you who have watched my tutorials before, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you know when we've posted a new recipe, and go ahead and share all these keto solutions that we are presenting for you. Today we are doing Keto Sugar Cookies, and look at these. I have just finished decorating them and they are beautiful. Of course, they're with Christmas in mind, but you can, just do plain, they're more like a gingerbread if you haven't had a sugar cookie before, and they're quite solid, but I'm going to look forward to eating these. Let's get into the recipe now. First, we're going to prepare our dry ingredients, and to a bowl we're going to add 2 cups of almond flour and 2 tablespoons of coconut flour and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to whisk that all together. I think that's about ready. We'll set that aside. Now grab another mixing bowl and we are going to prepare the wet ingredients now. I've got here 6 tablespoons or 90 grams of softened or melted butter. And we've got 1/2 cup, I'm using monk fruit, golden, but you can use, whatever you have on hand. And now we're going to cream the butter and the sweetener. And now we're going to add 1 large egg at room temperature. And you can use any vanilla you like, but I like to use organic vanilla bean paste. And we're going to be using 1/2 teaspoon of that. And now I'm just going to change my whisk attachment to the paddle attachment because we are done adding the wet ingredients, and now we're going to add the dry to the wet. Just all at once, not fussy. Okay, I've mixed it until the bowl is clean, and you would do the same. Okay, this is how your dough will come out, and you'll see the sides are clean, but also this dough is really soft. And now we're going to place it between and roll it out between 2 pieces of parchment paper. So now I'm just shaping it, and I'm going to roll it out to about a 1/4 inch thickness. Okay, I think that's about a 1/4 inch thickness. And now this needs to chill. It's really soft, and if you cut out your cookies at this point, the dough is just going to stick to your cookie cutters. So we need to chill this dough for an hour, and then it'll firm up nicely. So I'm just going to put it on a board just so it stays intact, and that's going to go in the fridge. While my dough was refrigerating, I have set up just for the next stage of the cookies. So I have lined a baking sheet, and I have got some oat fiber here, just so that I can pop in my cookie cutters just to stop it sticking. And also I have got some festive looking cookie cutters here, a snowman, a gingerbread man, a Christmas tree, a star, and a circle, just, you know, for something plain. And also I have got a spatula. You can use an offset spatula, anything sharp or flat, just to remove the cookie dough or your cutout cookie and place it onto a baking sheet. So now I'm going to get the cookie dough, and also I have set my oven to 325 Fahrenheit and or 162 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we've got our dough at a 1/4 inch thickness. Oh, that's beautifully firm. And I reckon after it being in the fridge, it shouldn't actually stick, so we might not need any oat fiber. So what I'm going to do now is just position so that I can get as much of, it looks good. Just making sure that's well pressed in. And now you've got some leftover cookie dough. All you're going to do is just re-roll that up again. And if it does get soft, you can refrigerate it and it'll set just beautifully, just as you did before. My dough is a little bit firm, so I'm going to wait a bit and re-roll it and then refrigerate it and start all over again. We're going to bake these for 12 to 14 minutes, as I said before, 325 Fahrenheit or 162 degrees Celsius. And here we go. These need to cool now because they are incredibly soft. And I know that sugar cookies need to have a bit of a crunch to it, so yeah, they're piping hot right now. We're gonna let them cool, and then it's time to decorate.
How long's a little bit? As in, when can I eat one?
When it's cool.
That tells me nothing.
While our keto sugar cookies are cooling, let's make some keto royal icing. And I've got here a cup of erythritol, and you can use any sweetener. Just make sure that you grind it down so it's powdered, and add it to a bowl. 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, just so it can hold its shape. And I've got here 1 large egg white at room temperature. And you're going to add maybe about a tablespoon of water. I'm going to mix this first just to see how thick it is, and then add water as I need. And on top of that, you will be adding, you know, you could leave it plain white, or you could add, you know, whatever color you like. I'm doing Christmas cookies, so I'm going to be using the traditional red and green. So I'll just mix this up. Okay, so that's about ready. It's nice and smooth to me. And what I'm going to do now is, you would essentially use a piping bag, but anything that you can get a fine line with, and I'm using a little tip. So I'm going to start off with white icing, and then as I go I'm going to probably share out the royal icing between the two colors. And just spoon that in. And now I just want to make sure that I've got the right consistency coming out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, I think, the snowmen and the gingerbread men, because they really should be white. Okay, it looks like I need a bit of practice, but that is already firming up. Okay, I'm going to keep going and show you what this looks like after. So this is how far we got with decorating. I had a lot of fun, as you can tell, and I just wanted to show you, you know, we've gone through how to outline it, but I've put a little bit of water in my royal icing just to loosen it up a bit, and then I'm just going to, you know, do that and then just spread it along the edges. The outlines have hardened up quite a bit, and that's exactly what royal icing is supposed to do. Comes out really good. And now I need more, so I'm just going to put that in again. And smooth it off. This would be so fun to do with the kids. Depending what age they are, do not expect perfection. And I've just been using, you know, I bought a decorator, a bead set a little while ago, and I've just been using that to, you know, to make buttons and eyes, and then all I'm going to do now is sprinkle some snow on these ones. Very festive. Here we go. And now I will do the other one and get back to you. And here we are, beautiful sugar cookies. I have done this, you know, with Christmas in mind, but you are most welcome to even just try plain cookies and decorate as you like. You can use a butter icing or, you know, whatever. Let your creative juices flow. And I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and get to make keto sugar cookies. Yum! Stay safe and be well.